Ok, bienvenue. Je vais voir si ça marche. Ça a l'air d'être bon. Alors, on avait tué du coup Sniper Wolf au troisième épisode, si je dis pas de bêtises. Pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas, on est sur The Twin Snake, donc c'est le remaster, si vous préférez, ou la variante de Metal Gear premier du nom, enfin Metal Gear Solid premier du nom sur GameCube, sauf qu'on joue sur un émulateur qui s'appelle Home Station sur PC avec une manette de PS3, c'est génial. Mais du coup voilà, on est en train de finir du coup le let's play. Je vais juste me mettre ça comme ça si jamais il y a des gens qui veulent participer en commentaire, vous pouvez. J'ai un peu galéré, hein, c'est pour ça qu'il y a plusieurs vidéos différentes. Je sais pas pourquoi ça buguait la mise en ligne. Enfin la mise en direct. Hop, allez on avance. On a tué donc le Sniper Wolf, on s'est introduit dans... je sais plus la fonderie je crois, c'est... Voilà. Aïe. Alors sur... je vais vous montrer après, mais sur... sur PS1 à l'époque en fait c'était obligé de passer par la corniche là-haut. Et bah là en fait avec le saut on peut passer directement, on se descendre, donc c'est cool. Hmm. Le blindage. Où est-ce qu'il est, B Armor. Bah mince, moi je pense que c'était... Ah, si. Je sens que je pète un câble assez souvent. Ce jeu par contre c'est n'importe quoi. Tu peux péter les radios pour empêcher les renforts d'arriver. Mais c'est pas logique. Parce que les mecs s'ils ont pas de... Dans tous les cas s'ils ont pas de transmission, il faut quand même envoyer des gars en renfort. Hein. Faut pas se le cacher. Hein. Ah, en tout cas il est récupéré. En fait faut jouer avec les flèches. Je joue avec analogue et avec analogue c'est pas ouf. Mais non faut jouer avec les flèches. Ouais, je fais toutes les petites pièces avant. C'est... Ah, non. Ah, ouf. Ah oui, c'est vrai. L'ascenseur n'était pas utilisable tant que tu l'avais pas activé. C'est vrai, c'est vrai, c'est vrai. Je vais vous montrer en fait par où normalement vous êtes censé passer. En théorie, vous êtes censé vous caler là. Voilà. Là, vous vous accroupissez. Ah, ça arrête un petit peu avant l'enfoiré. Sinon ça vous fait tomber dans le métal en fusion en bas. Et autant vous dire que vous êtes mort. Voilà. Et là en fait à partir de là, vous pouviez activer l'ascenseur pour remonter pour le réutiliser. Mais sinon, ouais, sinon dans l'ensemble, c'est pas le niveau 6. Hein. Dans l'ensemble, il n'y avait aucun intérêt de le faire quoi. Enfin c'était un peu chiant. Fallait passer par là quoi. Là c'est pas le cas, on peut en profiter, on peut passer un peu partout. Hop, on récupère tout ce qu'on peut trouver. Ration full. Je suis déjà à fond, une famasse. Allez, on y va. Pareil, la plaque de manège, enfin le gilet pare-balles, je sais pas du tout si elle y était. Je me souviens plus. Je me souviens vraiment plus. C'est dommage parce que du coup, c'est vrai que c'est les premières vidéos que j'avais fait sur la chaîne à la création de celle-ci. Il y a 8 ans, 9 ans, même plus, il y a bientôt 10 ans, je crois. Ok, donc le gros ascenseur. L'ascenseur qui arrive au moment où on rentre dans la pièce. Bizarre ça. PSG 1T, ok. Socom. Ok. On va essayer de finir sur cet épisode le jeu. On en a toujours plus. Et ils étaient pas censés être 3 ? What ? Et merci d'avoir joué. Ouais, c'était censé être 3, bon. Vous étiez bien aimable. Ok. Ça, je peux y détruire maintenant. Ah oui, c'est vrai que c'était en 2 parties. Ah putain. On va se retrouver...
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the Mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied?
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Moi je passe. Mais en gros, ouais, Naomi se fait passer pour... elle a dit comme quoi son père était enfin, son grand-père était au FBI, qu'il est assistant du directeur du FBI à sa création, blablabla. Et enfin maître machin, il dit comme quoi que c'est... Enfin Campbell, il dit comme quoi que c'est pas Campbell, mais je sais plus, bref, le maître, il dit comme quoi que c'est pas... que c'est bizarre et tout, que c'est... Enfin, c'est pas prouvé ce qu'elle dit, que ces dires ils sont faux, tout, bref. Et comme j'ai dit, Naomi nous ment, en fait. Tel qui a introduit les nanomachines dans Snake, qui a justement introduit pas de quoi tuer les autres personnes. Enfin, ce qui tue en fait les personnes qui s'approchent de Snake, comme les 2 petits vieux au début du premier let's play. Et vous allez comprendre pourquoi après.
What's that? Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you, right, my friends? They're becoming excited. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle.
Ah, ça déconne pas là.
The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating?
Oh, putain, tu prends. Et c'est plus des clopes qui fument, Snake. Hein.
I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Ah, your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
There's no crows in my family tree.
You ready? I am not fond of snakes, but you are family, so I cannot complain. But there will be no holding back. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics.
With that strength, you must have been training in the stick pull and four-man carry.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It's an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same.
Il vous fait les détails avec les veines, c'est stylé. Vous pouvez voir sur les bras, il revoit ses veines.
Glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we will see if there is iron in your words.
Oh putain. C'est vraiment n'importe quoi. Ok. Est-ce qu'il me reste des mines? Non, il me reste pas de mines. Merde. Tu peux le faire, en fait tu peux le faire aussi à la mine. En soi on peut le faire avec beaucoup d'armes mais ces cadres aussi c'est marrant. Moi je peux le faire au C4. Ah merde. Coup de chance. Ah, et la clé mort. Ah, il a bouffé. Il a bouffé une. Il a bouffé 2 clés morts, je crois. Merde. Ah, il a bouffé la dernière mine. Ah, j'ai pas fait ce tâton. Voilà, problème réglé.
Just as the boss said. It is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand?
Eh, file la carte niveau 7. Ah, je sais pas si vous avez marqué, vu sur le GPV, enfin le G par balle, c'est marqué 6 short, taille petite.
Open that door.
Why?
You are a snake, which was not created by nature. You and the boss, you are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man you saw die before your eyes. That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood, so he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death. But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself.
Elle se fait bouffer. Stoïque le bonhomme.
Snake. In the natural world, there is no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it, but you are different.
What are you trying to say?
No say, allez.
The path you walk on has no end. No matter how far you go, or how many corpses you crawl over, the killing will never end. It's a future without hope. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Snake, it's me.
Master?
It's about Naomi. Turn.
Bon, je passe, blablabla. En gros, ils vont la mettre sous arrêt, ils vont l'arrêter. Ils vont la mettre en arrêt. Mais ça sera plein de rebondissements. Mais du coup, ouais, ils vont arrêter Naomi. Voilà. Il est mort où? Il y a un truc qui est tombé. Il a laissé tomber un truc. Vulcanraven. Je sais pas s'il avait tout pété donc dans le doute. Il m'a filé quoi, la carte 7? Yeah. Ah non, un truc à aller récupérer je crois. De toute façon il faudra qu'on remonte. Donc on le fera tout à l'heure. merde, il y avait un autre escalier aussi sur le côté. Ah. Le Metal Gear X. Ok. Ah mais quoi encore?
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys. And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course. But there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep. That describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
En attendant, on va essayer de monter, hein. Il y a des gardes, mais en haut en fait.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay. Keep trying.
Parfait. Parfait. Il y a quelqu'un d'autre, mais je crois que c'est liquide.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one up until now?
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested. Only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? You still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
Damn.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the...
J'avance, hein. C'est un peu chiant. Ok. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Rien, on va leur... C'est n'importe quoi.
I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No. There's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
Liquid. I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about the new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. That's money.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In any case,
Ça envoie largement la main de
have you heard
Snake.
from your friend Colonel Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Golukovich, he's no warrior, he's a politician.
Maybe so, but he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target.
Je me souviens pas de cette discussion dans le 1.
A nuclear warhead
Je sais qu'ils discutaient, mais je sais pas à ce point-là.
and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
But boss, what about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, you can call this
Shadow Mode.
place Outer
Ah non.
Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the arms tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the President was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes, it's a material that changes shape at different temperatures.
Je vais passer, je vais vous faire le récap. En gros, Il y a une clé en... Enfin, 3 clés en un plutôt.
The input terminals in the center of the control room.
I see them.
La jaune, c'est la standard. Après, il faut la passer en givre.
Three laptop terminals are for the
Je vais
emergency.
passer là, c'est là. En gros, il y a 3 terminaux. Ah, terminaux, pardon. 3 terminaux, une seule clé. La première clé. Voilà, voilà, normalement. Ah, elle y est pas. Ah, on l'a plus. Ah, putain, j'ai passé. Bon, bref, ils nous ont détecté et Ah. En gros... Faut redescendre. En gros, ouais, on a la clé. Il y a 3 terminaux. La première, ce sera pour la clé standard. Après, il faudra rafraîchir, enfin geler la clé. Il faudra geler la clé. Une fois qu'on aura gelé la clé, on pourra mettre dans le deuxième terminal bleu. Et enfin, il faudra la réchauffer. Et là, on pourra mettre dans le terminal 3. Par contre, je sais pas du tout ce que je dois faire là. Donc j'ai speedé comme un mongolito là. Ah, je peux pas y aller, je pensais.
Snake.
Ah, il l'a fait tomber, je crois. Ok. C'est sérieux ça? Je m'étais soigné en plus. T'as ma rebelote hein. Wow. Ah non, je suis obligé de passer par là en fait. Là, je suis trop bête, j'aurais pas dû passer.
The terrorists are finished inputting the detonation codes. The only way to stop the launch now is to re-input the detonation codes to lock the detonation mechanism. You need that card key to do it. Find that card key, Snake. There's no other way.
Vous pouvez me donner un petit indice, les mecs, non?
The less you maneuver a remote-controlled missile, the faster it will fly. Remember this if you want to fire the missile over a greater distance.
Je vais voir ce qu'il fait, notre petit cooking. Je regarde un petit peu comment il fait. Ah ok, d'accord. On va essayer de le chercher. De ce que j'ai vu, le mec il la récupère en fait ailleurs. Par contre... Non, je suis trop pas de marcher sur une mine. Ça me fait peur, les cons. Il la récupère à gauche. Ok, bon, non, c'est pas ça. Peut-être que je sorte et que je rentre. Peut-être. Alors. Peut-être regarder vite fait sur une solution. Ah, attends. Je crois qu'il faut aller là. Effectivement, je crois, parce que ça se fait... Je sais plus comment ça s'appelle, c'est pas draguer ou drader, ou je sais plus comment t'appelles ça. Ah merde, putain encore.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Ok. En fait, faut tirer sur le rat. Parce que cet enculé, il l'a bouffé. Putain de mongol là. Et ce qui m'a fait péter tout à l'heure, c'était une bombe à retardement. Donc il faut qu'on chope le rat. Il te pique qu'il faut faire des allers-retours dans l'eau. Et sinon, bah, il faut trouver cet enfoiré de rat. Là. Ils n'ont pas d'aller point 10 que l'eau est gelée en fait. Voilà. M'assurer que le rat puisse pas se barrer avec... Non, ça n'a pas l'air. Et bah allez, on redescend, on refait un tour. Ok. Je crois pas que la souris pouvait aller tout en haut, mais dans le doute, sur un malentendu. La souris, le rat plutôt. pour redescendre ça. Ouvrez-moi! Voilà. Est-ce qu'il faut que je... Attends, on va peut-être partir puis revenir. Peut-être qu'il faut faire ça. Hop. Alors la première c'est là.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
Donc pour aller jouer à la compliqué, il faut aller là où on a tué Raven. Enfin ouais ça, un Raven machin. Vulcan Raven. Allez, hop. Du coup, faut attendre. Hein. Faire un petit tour en attendant. Voilà, elle vient de passer en bleu. Donc elle est gelée. Hop. Putain, 2 fois que je me le prends comme un con. Là.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Allez, hop.
I've got it. Send reinforcements.
PAL code number 2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
Merde. Bon, j'arrête de faire le con par contre avec les rations parce que j'en ai presque plus. Allez, vite. Donc là, faut remonter à la fournaise.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called fox dye?
Ouais, je passe. Parce que je vous disais, elle a injecté à faute Fox Die dans Snake. C'est pour ça que du coup les gens meurent à son contact. Allez, hop. Hop là. Dodo. Une ration là-bas, on va aller la récupérer. J'ai hâte qu'on ait rien oublié. Est-ce que tu penses que... Ouais, ça marche. Je suis un enfoiré. Hein. Ah, le compte encore comme quoi son corps est encore dedans. Bon, pourquoi pas. Ah, ça par contre c'est embêtant. C'est très embêtant. Attendre qu'elle passe en rouge. On va voir l'autre là-haut. Ouais, je pensais qu'il allait tomber dans les... Ah, je suis trop con. Je pense que du coup, faut se la refaire. Ouais, ah là là. On va aller récupérer de l'éclairation. Est-ce que tu penses qu'il me voit, il prend l'ascenseur? Je lui ai mis une seule balle? Ouais. Plus qu'à attendre. Hein. Nickel. Allez. Et c'est un énorme panneau avec plein de touches et tout. En fait, il y a un seul, il y a deux niveaux, c'est tout. Les petits enfoirés. Ils m'attaquent. Faut pas rester trop longtemps parce que sinon la clé va se transformer en givre. Enfin normal puis en givre. Faut tracer. Run. Ouais, faut courir. Faut se faire avoir une autre fois encore là. Ok, allez, hop. Il a fait une belle chute lui. Il a fait une belle chute.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' faces, my name... The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
Because you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from. But I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long. Until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body.
Ah, je vais vous passer le cours de bio. Mais voilà, du coup, Naomi a infiltré l'équipe en fait pour tuer à base Snake, pour se venger. Parce que Snake a tué son frère dans. Je sais plus quel Metal Gear. Je suis en Metal Gear 2. Qui nettoie du coup maintenant feu. Oula, par contre. Qui nettoie du coup que. Grey Fox. Grey Fox en mode Raiden de Metal Gear Rising ou de Metal Gear Solid 4. Et du coup voilà. Donc maintenant elle veut plus tuer personne parce que bon elle s'est fait tout le monde sait que c'est une traite, tout blablabla. Voilà l'idée, mais en gros voilà, après elle explique comment ça marche, ça joue sur les neurones et tout blablabla. Bref, c'est un agent neurotoxique.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No! Why? I deactivated it.
Allô.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
Cette scène avait été énorme, je vais vous dire
You
pourquoi.
found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Foxdie.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
Là, c'est n'importe quoi.
The launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Foxdie vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me?
Là, c'est n'importe quoi ça. Comment tu veux qu'ils puissent les voir?
How the... You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Ok. Oh oh. Alors, on va gagner du temps.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Come on. I'm out of...
Stop l'appli, je veux juste quitter. Elle m'a raccrochonné. Alors, on peut essayer un truc.
I hacked into...
Nickel. Regardez qui c'est qui va pas devant nous. Enfin, qui a traversé devant nous.
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily.
Il y a un caducé sur le
You
bras.
performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and Decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Die.
Fox Die? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Die's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Die's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and Decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Die. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles.
En français, t'es. Les enfants terribles.
You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Snake! Come! Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon!
Ça sent pas bon.
Consider it an honor! A gift from your brother!
Now,
You shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
into the 21st century!
Eh bien, au lance-missile, pardi. Allez, hop. On est parti. Donc si c'est comme la version PS1, rien de bien compliqué. C'est un sacré régal quand même. Ah, il y a une petite bite et tout. En fait, faut focus le satellite à droite. Comme ça, il voit plus rien avec son radar. Enfin, il n'a plus de radar, c'est pas c'est un radar. Il voit plus rien, il est obligé d'ouvrir son cockpit et après on peut se faire le cockpit. Ok. Alors. Ah putain, mais c'est quoi la strat? Pour moi, c'est ça. Hein.
God help us. Metal Gear is moving. Snake, it's all riding on you now. You've got to stop that thing.
But how?
You'll have to ask Dr. Emmerich, the guy who...
Snake, Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't do any damage with the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors connected to a high-tech interface used for the controls. It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
He's not using his naked eyes.
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors... Do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah. Try to hit that radome with a...
Comment je fais pour quitter? Ok.
Did that do it? Damn! Nice try, Snake! Hurry! Get away! Gray Fox! A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well. I'll send you back to hell! Fox, why? What do you want from me? I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox. Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it. There you are! We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
Ah, il meurt différemment que dans la version PS1. PS1 il se fait écraser je crois et éclater comme une merde en voulant sauver Snake. Ouais, et il se fait écraser je crois comme ça d'ailleurs.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers! Fox!
how strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal!
He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox. But now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
C'est parti.
Now, in front of you,
It's no
I
good.
can
I
finally
can't do
die.
it. It's no good.
At the
I
sands
can't
of
do
our
it.
land, I was
It's no
taken
good.
from the battle.
I can't do it.
Neither truly alive.
No,
nor
I
truly
can't
dead.
do it. I can't
An
shoot. I
undying
can't do
shadow
it.
in a world of
No,
light.
I can't do
But
it.
soon it will finally end.
No, I can't do it.
Il se fait craser, non?
Die! Fox!
Allez, Snake, arrête d'être con, tue-le.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in.
I believe.
Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! When death is entreated, the battle is decided. You see, you can't protect anyone. Not even yourself. Die! There you
Ok.
There you are!
Et voilà.
Snake! I'll crush you into dust! Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die. As long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method?
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Putain, 8.
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you
J'entends de notifs là sur Discord.
2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left
Oh, j'ai pas du temps que ça.
are brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments. Huh? 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons, poison gas detection units, and anti-sarin injections. Were all just to cover up the
Je vais passer parce que
experiment.
le jeu semble qu'il ne supporte pas la cinématique.
The experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl?
Et il l'a pas remarqué, t'sais. Donc on a choisi de sauver Meryl. C'est pas forcément le meilleur choix parce que du coup si je refais le jeu j'aurais pas le camouflage optique, j'aurais seulement le bandana de mission illimitée.
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Ça fait quand même 2 heures.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel. Bon allez.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel,
Il m'a mis torse nu, mais il m'a pas enlevé le
The
bandana.
Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
what for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed.
Bon, je passe. En vrai, ils veulent tout effacer, tout raser. Ah, c'est l'autre du Tarpa. Ah non, c'est... Je crois que c'est Major Zero, ça. C'était Major Zero. On voit la fin de Metal Gear 4 qui se fait tuer.
way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you. Have at you, Snake! What's wrong, Snake?
Allez. Voilà, enchaîné. Hein. Allez, on remonte.
You're out of time! You're out of time!
remonte. Je lui ai mis une bite dans la gueule et c'est bon. Faut dans la version de PS1, je me souviens bien, il est au bord et il se casse la gueule, il tombe et il gueule aussi comme ça, mais il s'est pas défoncé comme là.
Meryl. Meryl.
Snake? Is that you? Snake, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
Alors, je veux pas dire, mais des bombardiers B2 qui vont vous balancer des bombes, enfin, des bombes nucléaires de proximité. Avec charge creuse, on peut pénétrer les bunkers. Faut peut-être se manier au lieu de faire votre speech là qu'ils font là, putain.
There was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
Allez-y. Oula, t'as le moment les coquins là. Échec. Snake, je vois ce que tu fais, ma nièce. Le mec aime bien faire ça. C'est non, Otacon est mort. Non. Ah non.
It's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the
C'est là que tu vois du coup la diff.
There's a parking garage.
Dans Metal Gear 1, c'est soit donc t'as le choix entre soit Otacon, soit Meryl, et après en fait t'entends plus parler de l'autre. Celui que t'as pas sauvé, tu l'entends plus parler, donc en fait dans ta il est censé être mort. Sauf que dans le 2, tu vois Otacon, et dans le 4, tu vois Meryl et Otacon. Donc c'est-à-dire que les deux ont survécu. C'est pour ça que du coup ils ont fait... je pense qu'avant de créer le 4, ils ont voulu changer cette histoire de manière à ce que les deux...
I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route. But unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can.
Arrêtez, il s'en sort.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
C'est bon? Fini de s'avaler les sabres entre eux là? Putain.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Allez, go.
Snake.
Meryl.
Ah bah oui, ça bombarde.
It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Merci.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's
Il me fait rire parce qu'il a les bras en mode. Tu sais, on dirait qu'il est ultra baraque. C'est un mec de la muscu, t'as le muscu qui sort en mode. Je vais faire une grosse séance bras pec là. Ah bah, si tu sors comme ça, t'es mort. Hein.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up.
Ah,
Hurry.
ok.
Looking good, Snake.
Ah, genre, elle peut faire mieux en tenue que. Elle peut faire en tenue que quand il était sur nu, c'est n'importe quoi le jeu. Ok, allez.
Hurry. Let me drive.
Oh merde. Bravo.
Damn, my surveillance camera. Oh no, no key. All right, keys.
Aïe.
Snake, it started. Get in.
Elle a une 60.
Fire that machine gun with the weapon button. Shoot him, Snake.
Dun, dun. Il est un peu carré là, la Jeep.
It's a checkpoint.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, shoot him.
Non, mais elle passe les barrières normalement.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, shoot him.
Regardez ce qui va arriver, qui n'est pas mort de sa chute.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
Ah putain, quel enfoiré. Bon allez.
Look, Snake, daylight. We're gonna crash.
Ça c'est nouveau ça par contre. Oh mais stop. Ah.
Meryl, are you okay? Damn. Snake. Snake! Fox?
Et je crois normalement dans la version basique, Snake. Et il meurt. Un spécial, c'est parce que moi.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Bah, s'il est furtif, tu vas avoir du mal à le voir, mon coco.
Snake, can you
Ils ont annulé, je crois, le bombardement.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense, acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid?
Bon, je passe. En gros, du coup, pas de bombardement et En gros, pas de bombardement. Elle... Je vous laisse lire, mais je vous explique pas de bombardement, ils ont annulé et tout. Et l'autre il dit de porter bien, de faire gaffe à Meryl. Il dit comme quoi Snake explique comme quoi il en a marre, il part à la retraite, il retourne tranquille en Alaska, vivre tranquillement. Il demande s'il recroisera Naomi, Campbell, pour peut-être, blablabla. Et enfin pas Naomi, Mailing. Et pour Naomi, en gros, il lui demande, enfin il lui dit ce que avait dit Grey Fox, de vivre sa vie et tout, lui explique. Et ensuite il lui demande s'il va mourir avec Foxeye. Elle lui dit que non, il est sûrement neutralisé, s'il est pas mort en première intention, blablabla. Voilà. Donc là, petit motoneige, normalement il rentre en motoneige.
Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake. Whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life.
Allez, go.
Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Son bon à la munition.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission?
Les deux.
Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's It's not just you.
Allez,
That's how
hop, hop.
everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring down in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
Allez. Là, c'est trop nanar, par contre.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything.
Allez.
It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou,
Qui fait caribou.
and most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on, let's enjoy life.
Non. Pas de spam. Non. Stop. Putain, ça part en sac, hein. Ah bah ça ouais. Voilà. Et bah écoutez, on va s'arrêter là. C'est la fin du let's play de The Twin Snake. Donc on aura fait sur la chaîne Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snake. On fera je pense sûrement Metal Gear Solid 2, puis 3, puis 4, on les fera tous. Si on peut, sur la chaîne, progressivement. En tout cas, bien sympathique, ils ont changé, en fait ils ont réduit je trouve les discussions, certaines discussions. Et ils ont modifié en fait les cinématiques, qui sont un peu des fois what the fuck et un peu trop abusées. Mais non, c'est plutôt pas mal, et puis on comprend un peu mieux du coup comment ça se fait que Meryl et Otacon aient survécu les deux. Voilà, on comprend en fait, voilà, plus facilement. Et puis on va s'arrêter là. Je vous invite à mettre un petit like si ça vous a plu, à vous abonner si ce n'est pas déjà fait, à laisser un commentaire. Je vous dis à très bientôt. Allez, c'est tout.